Hello everyone, it is I, the Reverend Godfather, main host and frontman for the Long Coat Mafia podcast and its most hated Mafia-themed geek podcast. And today we're going to, since we got our Wondrous One Shot in from Dungeon in the Box, we are going to unbox it today. I took the wrapping off because we had a memory card issue and we haven't really opened it up. And for those new here, wondering what we're doing, we do on the channel, we tend to do these unboxings every now and again, and we do con coverage and so forth and so on. So let's kind of get into it. What am I expecting in this box is this month's current one-shot, a one-shot prior, and a gift. Part of a gift that we're going to be giving, that's in here, that we're going to be giving down the road. We're going to put everything together and give that to her. So hopefully she doesn't watch this video. Fingers crossed. So, for those who don't know about Wondrous One Shots or DungeonInTheBox.com, I know some of you are going to be here watching it from the groups and so forth and so on. As we open it up, as stated, we're going to see if this is a pass or fail. And this is kind of a take two because of, well, memory card issues. They are, well, it's kind of weird. I know this past month we're getting this later than usual because they had some mailing problems in regards to some stuff, and well, it's like this was, instead of hand printed well, like on its own receipt, it's like it was like hand torn off of a desk. But set that off to the side. Put this box over there so nothing gets. Let me just say, this month's box is a little bit hairier than usual. So I have no idea. It does come with a couple of things here to get out. Hopefully. I am honestly confused what's going on here. What's going on here? There should be 3 different things here, I think. I don't know. There are, but I am completely confused, maybe, sorta, kinda. This, I think, is, well, let's go with what is rubber band. Okay, I think this is what belongs with this particular month, and this is right here. Dungeon in a Box, what they tend to do is they have, instead of buying, everything's included in the box for that particular month, which means the one shots that I get, everything to run that one shot, for the exception of players, is in there. You get the manual, or I should say the module, you get the minis, you get a map. And for, at least with the one shots, they're about $16 to $20 to maybe about $30, but it's well worth it. You get a lot of stuff. Like I said, the only thing that's missing is dice and players. So those you need to supply. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, this is, all right. The one-shot, I'll say this, the one-shot subscription, which they do offer on their website, I'll tag them down below. The one-shot subscription is available. You can do one-shot or the main line, which is, they're currently doing season 3. They do have a Kickstarter or a kind of a campaign, a GoFundMe, not GoFundMe, a Kickstarter or equivalent thereof for season 4. Again, visit their website. Okay, and alright, here we go. And with their season 3, you do get actual minis, like 2 minis a month, so it's well worth it. It is, and that's like $40 a month. So, on the big side, we got our big mini. This is the big mini that we pretty much goes with our gift. This was, I think, last month's, or the month, like a month or 2 ago. It might have been last month. Pretty much, the one shot was The Case of the Missing Marsh. That's this right here. And this was the large mini that came with it. So, or was, depending on if you bought the one shot through, if you were running the mainline campaign, Season 3, you had the option of buying this one shot, complete in box, and this was the large mini that came with it. But if you had the just the Wondrous One Shot subscription, you have to buy these separately. A lot of people have poo-pooed on the skinny minis because they're flimsy, so forth and so on. But as a person on a budget and living in a very small place, skinny minis are the way to go. So, as you've seen, I put it in her gift box, and when we're ready to put everything together, we will take it out of the box, put everything with what we're supposed to be giving her, and we'll put it in a nice little aspect and so forth and so on. Now, what did we pick up? Because when we renewed everything, we missed a month. So, how does that apply? What month did we miss? We missed the House of Dying Shadows. That's this. This is, like I was saying, for the one-shots, you always get something extra. Sometimes it's a very large mini. Sometimes it's a structure or a piece, or like, it's kind of hard to explain. I'll show it to you. Sometimes it's, you know what? Heck with it. I'll pull it out. Again, sometimes it's something like this, or sometimes it's a terrain or something like that. This is the manual. I looked at it. This is almost the equivalent of a Scooby-Doo-esque type campaign. These are fun to run because, or at least something equivalent to a Scooby-Doo-esque campaign. I have to go through it, but Scooby-Doo-esque campaigns are always fun for those learning Dungeons and Dragons. That way they don't have to really, there's only a few encounters in regards to fighting. That way they at least get to know about movement. So we're going to put this right here. This is the map. I know the one I just got this month is more along the lines of a Scooby-Doo-esque campaign than this is. And the maps are always done. They don't always give all the maps, but they give at least 2 maps. And it's double-sided. This is, well, I see what they kind of did. Apparently with this campaign, this particular campaign, or one shot, the House of Dying Shadows, there is a daytime and a nighttime. And daytime offers something different, or there is a parallel dimension, so forth and so on. So they have to give 2 aspects of the same type of map. So instead of 4 maps, half is one side, half of the light side, or one dimensions, one side of the map, and when you cross over, go to the other side. Same thing goes for side B. Now, one of the things I found running these, yes, they give stats for the monsters and all that, their monsters in their little booklet, but they also tell you, okay, you have to, the party hit encounters like dire wolves, or this type of guard that you're going to need the monster manual for. So if you just have the DM's guide, Dungeon Master's guide, and the monster manual, that's pretty much all you need to kind of run these for the most part. I do recommend also picking up the player's handbook, because that also might help you in certain circumstances. That's not really required, but the Dungeon Master's Guide and the Monster Manual will be a big help for you in regards to these, all you new Dungeon Masters. Now, the terrain that they give out is this little portal. Now, we'll say this. In years past, this is one of the better portals that they gave out. Now, this is something that I wouldn't mind reading up on to see if I want to buy another one of these. So, who knows? And it looks like everything is in one piece this time around. The minis and the gear that we got in last month's, the frame was cracked, but nothing. The minis were not damaged, and this was what I'm talking about. Sometimes you get an extra large figure. Sometimes you get terrain. Now, in regards to minis, these are the minis you get. Every box comes with a bunch of these minis. I wonder if they gave me a bunch of stands. Now, normally they will include an extra large stand with this. I'm excited to see. I won't say excited. I am curious to see if they gave me 2 sets of stands, for one for this month's campaign and one for what I picked up, and an extra large extra large stand for that big mini. So, like I said, all these are here to use and have. And yes, you could buy more. Yes, I have like a butt ton of the large stands, or I should say the extra large stands, or the stands to use for the extra large mini. So that way I could always give one up, so she doesn't have to worry too much about not having an extra large stand. Now, for this month, oh, there it is. Look at that, as stated. Here's the stand. It's about the size, I'll say maybe 3 inches in diameter. And it's good for holding this up. So I am pleased I don't have to include one of them. I should say an extra large stand. And this is normally like the sheets. This is what's included. I'm including with her set, so that way she has a bunch, so she doesn't have to worry about everything. She's got everything under control and everything she needs to kind of run that campaign. And now for this month's particular adventure, or at least Wondrous One Shot as they call it, the terrain that they give out today, or at least gave out that I had to pick up on, was a kind of a farmhouse or rundown farmhouse or so forth. And that, or I should say, that was not included in this month's. I had to pick it up. I picked it up because it looked really interesting. Hello there. We have a, I don't know if you, for those of you who are new to the channel, I like filming outside. And I don't know if you could see the little guy, but to kind of turn things around here, we have a squirrel. I don't know if you can make him out over there, but we have a squirrel kind of munching on some nuts over there. But back to the unboxing, ladies and gentlemen. Back to the unboxing. For this one shot, I wanted to pick it up because it's so universal. I could pull it and use it for any type of home brews if I choose to make one in the future. And that is, like I said, it's like kind of a, they don't give a, they give, it's called a ruined farmhouse. But here's the instructions on how to build it. And here is that terrain. It looks pretty dang big. I'll say that right now. It's maybe about, I want to say 5 by 5 at least. 5 by 5, and it might be at least, I want to say 6 inches tall. So that's wonderful. And terrain like this can be very expensive. Yeah, I know some of you out there want to buy like stuff for like model trains, and that's cool. And what else do we have in this box? Right here. Let's see here. Wow. It's something that I didn't have yet, or I didn't I didn't pick up. It was for. Hey everyone, sorry for that cut. I had to take care of some personal business. Where was I? Yes. That being preview. That's this. What they included in that in the box was this preview for next month's box. Something I didn't pick up because I didn't really want it, and that is the Goblin War Wagon for the next box. That's what it was supposed to be. I just wasn't feeling it, but it just says my next box will include a 12-page adventure booklet, 2 full-size maps, epic 3D skinny minis, and more. What that more is, I don't know, other than what I kind of like what I've included in this month. It's something extra for somebody, and other than that, I don't know what they're going to be including. So what we'll find out. And I guess this is also, again, not just what I'm preview of what will be in next month's box, but it kind of gives a little bit of a preview of what to expect in next month's adventure. And it says, your party is tasked with stopping a band of meddlesome goblins, raiding towns aboard a war wagon. But that's only half their journey. They'll need to pilot the unstable wagon back to a temple and fast before a threat far deadlier than the goblins is unleashed. Sounds interesting, but again, I'm not really feeling about the wagon. It's nothing personal against them. I'm just not feeling it. So, and to continue with the box, one of the things that they also include is their quality control card. And yep, I have it right. It might be backwards on your screen. Now, normally with a lot of quality control, as we've shown in the past, the dungeon and box quality control cards are a little bit different, and it's not usually, hey, your box was inspected by Tommy or Jane or Jen or somebody like that. It's always like an elf with a toupee or a owl bearer wearing a monocle or something. In this particular month, this box was prepped and checked by an enigmatic brain eater, and there's the artwork and the card. So let's continue. Let's go into what they have in store for us here. This is kind of new from what I've been seeing as of late with their Wondrous One Shots, and that's wrapped in this kind of this tissue paper. I'm not crazy about it, but yeah. What the? Okay, all right. Is that me or no? Okay. It says here we have this little inclusion in here, and it states, "Hail Adventurer, we apologize for the makeshift box. Our customary boxes have been held up at the port due to global supply chain issues, so we improvised to keep your subscription on track. Thank you for your understanding and hope you have loads of fun playing this adventure. You can reach us with any inquiries or concerns and at support." Gives their email, and it's from Team Dungeon, DIAB, Dungeons in a Box. Here it is. Unfortunately, I live here in the United States. There was no port intrusions. There was this, from the email that was sent and their chat group, Facebook fan group, it was a pretty much a glitch in their printing software and their order software. So that's what happened. Not just was it a supply chain issue, kinda, sorta. So put that there. And they also include their thank you for your order, and they also include the links for their skinny. They do have a skinny minis of a month. That's what's all on this back here. Yes, they have a link. You could buy skinny minis from them. If you, I'm a fan of the skinny minis because something like this could be $20. Whereas a 3D, if you don't have access to a 3D printer, buying minis can be very expensive. So, or say buying this many minis for $20 is not going to happen. So, unless you have a 3D printer, but that's a different story. Put this around, down here. As always, before we get into this month's campaign book and open it up to give it a look-see and the map, here is the skinny minis for this month. As you can see, they are double-sided. I'll say, yeah, the quality has kind of gone down a little bit, but they still have wonderful artwork, and I always enjoy. This is, looking at these skinny minis, this is something that if I had the extra funds, I would buy, because I like how the NPCs kind of look on this. I'd buy this for just extra. Toss it with my other skinny minis that I bought off them. That way I have a bunch of interesting skinny minis in regards to it. And as I said, every box comes with holders for the skinny minis. For the, like this large guy, this big guy right here, you do have the 2-inch diameter, or about 2 inches, yeah, about 2 inches, 2-inch diameter piece, and you have the 1-inch ones. So you always get extra. And stick around. As for those of you who fast forward to this point, I have squirrels that have been visiting me. Let's see if we could open this up and give a peek inside. I said this was when I was looking through this campaign this month. Since it's October, it's Halloween time right now. Its theme is Dead Harvest. Like I said, this is more of a Scooby-Doo Halloween theme. And I looked through it. Yes, it's kind of Scooby-Doo-ish. It's kind of Halloween-ish. I want to run. Part of me wants to look through this, run it, make some notes. And yes, for those out there wondering, Dungeon in the Box does offer digital versions of this. So if you buy physical, you could always get digital and vice. Not sure if you buy the digital stuff, you're able to get the physical stuff. But I'm sure you're able to buy the physical stuff if you have a digital subscription. And as always, here is one side of the map. And part of it is a corn maze. And this is the other side of it. And I believe the ruined farmhouse, or part of the ruined farmhouse, is like right here. But I can't wait to run this. And again, I do apologize for the interruption. I've been enjoying the Wondrous One Shots, but due to my current situation, I may have next month may be my last month with Dungeon in the Box. Not because I don't like them, it's because my funds are starting to get a little bit tighter, and therefore I have to limit my expenses a little bit. So therefore, something's got to go. And since Dungeon in the Box is $20 a month as of next month, before everything renews, I am going to be canceling. So, folks at Dungeon in the Box, please don't take it personally. It's a funds issue, not a personal issue. Even though the only thing I take personally with you guys would be the aspect of how the connection between, I'd say, DHL and the post office, because folks that are regulars to this channel know and understand that, well, like with this box, I could have got this box on Saturday, believe it or not, because at the DHL facility, they had this whole aspect of it was ready to go to the post office Saturday. Friday morning, it was like 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Let me bring up the screenshot. It was ready to go, I think, at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. I'll show a screenshot when it was said it was delivered. It was. Let me bring that up. Yeah, let me see here. Well, do you see the details? Yes. It, as I said in the last video, it went ping pong. My order ping pong between two facilities for like a day before it arrived. It arrived in the DHL e-commerce facility in Maryland, 10 p.m. the 21st, which was Friday, not even Friday. It was tendered to delivery 4 a.m. Saturday morning. Let's see. Let's look at the calendar. Pull that up. I'm looking on a tablet here. Let's see here. When was the 21st? The 21st was Friday, so it was ready to go at about 5 a.m. So in essence, it could have gotten here Monday. It could have gotten here yesterday. Today's Tuesday. When did it arrive? At my local mail carrier main office for the Postal Service. 12:30 this morning. So it was tendered. It arrived. It was tendered, delivered. Okay, it arrived at the USPS port facility at about 12:30 this morning, and it arrived at my local post office at 1:40, like an hour later, and it was ready out for delivery at 6:10 this morning. So all this could have been done yesterday, but no. They waited a whole day. That's the post office for you, ladies and gentlemen. So my beef, am I pleased, was everything a pass? Yes, it was pass. I'm very pleased with this. If I had the funds, I'd be getting another one of these. Frankly, I don't know how to put this in one of the books. This is like a 2-pager right here. A 2, if not a 3-pager. With all these pieces. This is something I definitely would buy. If I had the funds, I'd buy another one. Something like this, I think, is maybe, if this is $12, it's worth it. It's worth it. So, you know what, let's do that. I don't care about length, ladies and gentlemen. I know a lot of people who watch these, like, oh, it's too long, I watched it. You should have had everything ready to go. Flow. I want to have a conversation with all of you out there. Let's bring this up. I want to see Dungeons in the Box. Bring it up, because I want to tell you how much that cost if I bought another one of those right here, right now. As always, the website for Dungeons in the Box is slower than molasses some days, and they just switched over to a new server and have to kind of log in. And let's see here. Let's go with nice. Wow. Orders. 29. Payment methods. Account details. Well, apparently they canceled on me. So I can't tell you diddly squat. So I will have to speak to them about that. So either way, I thought everything was paid for and upfront. So either way, take care. I gotta handle a couple of things. So later, everybody.